All right, we're here with Mickey Winzeler. Mickey is a WNBF professional bodybuilder, and Mickey's been training with BodyBlast and following some of our nutrition programs for a number of years now, and we wanted to ask Mickey a couple questions. So, Mickey, how did you start out with BodyBlast?
Well, I started working out in college, and after I graduated, I wanted to be a physique competitor. I knew Steven over at BodyBlast had the expertise that I needed, so I contacted him, and he got me on a training and diet program, and been working with BodyBlast ever since.
Awesome. And Mickey, what's your bodybuilding career been like? I know that you've competed roughly around 17 to 20 times.
Yeah, I started in 05, and I competed with the NPC for a while, and then I decided to go more of a very strict drug testing route, and so I competed at the INBF Nationals for 3 years straight. Finally won the INBF Nationals in 2009 and started competing professionally with the WNBF after that.
Now, Mickey, tell us a little bit about the difference in between NBC and the natural competitions, because you do compete strictly natural and have been a life natural competitor.
Right. The NBC guys, basically, they don't test for steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs, but in my particular organization, the INBF and the WNBF, they are very strict. We actually get urinalysis and polygraph every single show, but they can actually test me in the off season as well if they choose.
That's great. And Mickey, getting ready for shows or just getting in competition shape, how do you get your mind prepped to start to achieve that specific goal that you have?
Well, I mean, it is a lot of mental preparation because basically if you decide to be a physique competitor, it is a lifestyle and it is your whole life. So basically, it's almost got to be robotic at some points. You know, this is what I have to eat, this is what I have to do. So it's not for everybody, physique competitors. So you know.
Well, when we're working with general clients that have specific goals, is there any kind of process that you go to with turning on that switch to start a nutrition program? Not necessarily for competition, but just in general with nutrition.
Just in general nutrition, yeah, this is basically, this is what I have to do, and I think seeing the results kind of gets you along as well. When you start a program, say, I'm going to make it this far and, reward myself, but, you start to see results and it starts to become easier and easier. It's just the matter of, I'm going to do this and this is going to happen.
So Mickey, you have a number of rules that you go by when you do this process. So Dunkin' Donuts is off the table.
Off the table, yeah. When it's getting time for a show, yes.
So would you say it's mainly saturated fats, refined carbohydrates? Is that the general?
Yeah, you want to stay away from saturated fats, sugars, good source of carbohydrates, lean proteins, good fats, and you want to get with an expert to see what kind of ratios and combinations you want to do of that. Some people can get away with more carbohydrates than others, but that's where you come to BodyBlast and get with an expert.
Of course. And Mickey, what's the hardest part about dieting, would you say, getting ready for the show?
Getting ready for a show, dieting can, it can get into your social life, I guess. People going out to eat, and you might not be able to go to it, but I don't know, it's just seeing the foods that you want and, not being able to have them. That's the hardest part. But
always worth the result.
Yeah, it's always worth it.
Mickey, what are the major components of your nutrition program?
It's just basically a good balance of lean proteins, like good carbohydrates and good fats. My general rule is, about 1.5 grams of protein per body weight. Some people can get away with more carbohydrates than others, but good source of carbohydrates, timing, making sure you have those good fats in there to support, brain and heart.
Of course.
Mickey, what is your off-season program? What does that consist of?
Off-season program isn't too much different from the on-season program as far as weight training goes. I try to still use a combination of heavy weights and intense training, cycled in and out. A little less cardio would be involved. and a little more calories just to support that growth.
Of course.
To make the improvements in your physique.
What's your cardio like in season?
In season, I try to do about 4 30-minute sessions a week, and you want to get with an expert over BodyBlast to make sure. Some people would have to do more cardio than others, but I'm very fortunate in that I don't have to do an incredible amount of cardio in season.
Yeah, and that's based on that's based on your body type, right? Yeah. So someone who's more mesomorphic is gonna do more cardio than perhaps you would, Mickey.
Yes.
And Mickey, what's off-season cardio like when you're not training? Are you getting in 2-3 days a week?
2 to 3 days a week, and it's you don't have to be as strict about that either. If you miss a day, it's not that big a deal. But just to keep the heart healthy, and you can have fun types of cardio as well, where you don't have to maybe track how long you've done it or how intense it is. Go out and play a sport with a friend, or go for a jog or whatever you want to do.
So there's lots of ways to get it in.
Lots of ways, yeah.
And make it fun, right?
Make it fun, that's right.
Mickey, what is your off-season training program consist of?
My off-season training, like I said, it's not too different from the on-season training. I like to keep it varied in that, 1 week I'll go a little heavier, 1 week I'll go a little more intense. But obviously in the off-season, with the calories there, the weights are a little higher, and the energy's a little better, so you can throw around a little more weight.
You're saying you feel better, you have more energy.
More energy, right? You have more strength in the off season. So, but like I said, I try to keep the training pretty similar to the on season training as far as weights go. So
it's almost like when you're on season, you're going to feel sluggish doing cardio because your body's working on dropping that body fat down and repairing your muscle tissue.
Right.
Great. And Mickey, what's on season like with cardio and training?
On season?
Yeah.
Like I said, a little more cardio. It's a little more rigid. It's not like, I'm going to go out and play tennis with my friends for 30 minutes. I'm going to get on the Stairmaster, and make sure I'm burning the right amount of calories, and it's just a little more rigid in that respect.
Great. So you know exactly what you're doing on season.
On season.
Every single day is already planned out.
All calculated: food, training, cardio, everything's routine.
All right, great. And Mickey, last question. What would your recommendation be to someone who's not necessarily looking for someone to help them compete in a bodybuilding show or a figure competition, but just general programming with nutrition, training, and cardio?
I would say, get with an expert. That's what I did. There are obviously things I didn't know, and still things I don't know. But finding someone that's been in the business and knows the ins and outs of just fitness in general is going to be a great benefit to you. So coming to someone like Steven at BodyBlast really helped me in the beginning, and I'm continuing to learn every day.
Awesome. Well, Mickey, we thank you very much for taking the time to interview with us, and congratulations on a super successful year, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.
All right.